Hello everyone, and this is part 2 of my story. If you've watched part 1, here is where I basically just left off. So at this point, I had beaten cancer. I was really grateful for that, but because of a car accident that I was in when I was 2, it damaged my motor skills. So at this point, I had beaten cancer, I beat pneumonia, alhamdulillah, but now is the next challenge. My motor skills have been damaged. So I'm at home at this point. I'm learning how to just kind of try to get back in the swing of things, dealing with doctor's appointments, taking all these medicines, and trying to make a full recovery. So once that had happened, by the time I was about 4.5, and I'd gotten to get my wish granted, which was to go to Disney World. I was very happy for that, and it was a lot of fun. My family, my mom, my brother, and a friend had all gotten to go as part of that. And to kind of, it was a really wonderful experience that I would always remember and treasure in my heart. So now at this point, I've reached a new level where my hair has grown back, I'm healthy, I'm happy, I've been to Disney World, I've gotten to accomplish a lot in my short amount of time on Earth, and it's taught me a lot of wisdom. Now comes the next trial. My motor skills were damaged, and this made it very difficult for something simple like being able to ride a bicycle. So now, at this point, I don't really realize this is going on because it's just not, I just don't know this yet. So now I'm getting ready, life is, going really well for the given the situation. Now it's time to start kindergarten. Oh, so I was doing really well. Then I kind of started catching a cold, and so my dad pulled me out of school. My mom homeschooled me. This was probably not the best move because my parents were just concerned about my health. Even though I was doing fine, they were just naturally going to be very protective because of all of this. So then my teacher, the principal actually says that the next year I can't be in the right grade, even though I'm literally an advanced student. I'm very advanced for my age, and I'm really a fast learner. So now it's the next year. I've now turned 5, and my life is completely normal other than doctor's appointments every 6 months to make sure that I'm still in remission and to ensure that I'm developing properly and normally and no long-term side effects so far. So now it's the new year, and instead of getting to go on to first grade, I'm now, excuse the background noise again, I'm now headed to kindergarten again. I would have to repeat kindergarten, even though I'm literally an advanced student. So I managed to make straight A's, and I was doing really, really well. Alhamdulillah. And I was the best student in my class. And some people may have been a little jealous, just kidding. So on a serious note, so now I am getting older, life is just going really, really wonderful, and I'm really happy. Faith is going well, family's going well. It's probably more than I could have ever imagined. So now here's one problem. I have damaged motor skills, as I mentioned previously. Now here we are. I'm learning how to ride a bike at 6 years old, and it became a challenge, and my brother eventually learns, but I am now 6 years old and he's 5, and he seems like he's doing better than me, and a little frustration there. And I remember wondering what's going on. So I'm gonna have to push myself to keep trying until I can actually get it, and inshallah I will be able to ride a bicycle and actually be able to do it by myself with no help. So then I kept trying until alhamdulillah, I finally got it. Now here comes the next challenge. I'm still dealing with all these emotional issues, and I cry very, very easily. And the only thing that really helps is the prayers. And so now I'm dealing with all these different, struggles that I've managed to overcome, but I'm still dealing with some of the side effects, the long-term effects of that on an emotional level. So now here we are, and I have this problem, and I don't really know how to solve it. So we just go to the mosque on Fridays, we meet our Muslim friends, we visit people, then eventually we just don't see anyone. We're just not around the community anymore. We're not around them. We don't know what's going on. I don't really know why. We're just at school, life is just carrying on about as normal. So now I've reached this point where here I am, 10 years old, and I'm not wearing the hijab. Why? Because I don't want anyone at my school to know that I'm Muslim. They don't know. some people had found out, but most of them didn't know. The teachers probably all knew. And I don't want anyone to know because I don't want to deal with the backlash. They're terrified about the backlash. Our family just wants to be able to live a normal life. And apparently some people won't let that happen because once they find out, your life is going to be very, very hard. So now I have this problem. I'm at an age where I'm required to do it, and I'm not. I disobeyed my parents by not listening to what they told. And so then that's where all the problems started really arising. The bullying got bad. So even though I didn't want to get bullied because of my religion, it happened anyway. And my happiness goes down, and then I start going through depression. So you're facing an economic downturn, and your family's definitely hit by it. You're going through depression, and you're being bullied. That's enough to break anybody down. So I'm going to have to break myself out of depression. There's literally nothing I can do except keep trying and fighting till I can break free from that. Secondly, so I turn 11, and all this time, for about probably 6 or 7 months, I've been battling depression, and I managed to pull myself out of it by around March or May of that year. So I think it was May, if I'm not mistaken. Now, flash forward all the way from that time, and then the bullying still goes on. I've recovered, but I moved schools once I entered middle school. Now, I'm still not wearing the hijab, and I'm feeling really guilty, but I just can't make that decision because I'm just not ready. I just don't feel confident enough, and I'm just so worried about the vitriol, and I just don't feel secure enough. I didn't feel strong enough. So here we are now. People know I'm Muslim because somehow they found out, not sure how. I guess they just, different things I did gave it away. Now here we are, and I'm dealing with all this, trying to pretend I'm okay, but people literally hate me. So it doesn't matter what I do at this point, right or wrong, I'm just going to be hated on. You don't even have to have done anything wrong, they just don't like you. So then, this time moves on all the way, flash forward till I'm 15. I'm moving high schools, and I applied to get accepted into this school, and I got accepted because, you know, my grades were high enough, and they accepted me. Now here comes the bad part. I start wearing the hijab after I've been accepted, and the school will start in August of that year. So August of 2013, I'm now 15 years old. I feel secure wearing the hijab. My mom was like, I want her to, but I don't know if she's I just don't know if it's a good idea. My dad's all happy, he's all on board. And I'm just feeling happy because I'm like, okay, this is what I need to do. And now I'm starting to learn the religion more gradually and make steps to improvement. Now, here I am. I'm learning how to fast, and this is my first fast. I only have one kidney, mind you, because I had kidney cancer. So I lost the other kidney to cancer. So now I'm trying to fast, and the first day is really easy. And then the second day, I'm out like a light, and I just can't do it. So now high school has now started, and I'm not fasting those days because I was not allowed to, as per religious rulings at this time, because of going through, you know, menstruation, and women don't pray or fast during those days. So now everybody knows I'm Muslim now. There's no secret. And if they didn't already know now, they definitely do. So even many of my old classmates would actually move to that high school, which was really interesting to note. So I don't really feel as lonely because there's one girl at my school that I was friends with at my previous school, and now here we are still going to school together, and we're friends. So now here I am dealing with I still have a lot of the emotional issues, the anxiety. I deal with test anxiety on rare occasions as part of that. But I'm still keeping the faith, I'm still keeping strong. Now, sometimes I'm having all these different challenges. My head hurts, my stomach hurts, or I just look frustrated because I just can't get it together. I just don't know how to overcome this problem. So here we are. I decided that I'm going to be homeschooled. So after a month and a week, I decided to leave public school because it's just not for me anymore. So now I decide to focus more on my religion and studying it more deeper. And over time, I'll gradually get better, and I'll continue to finish my schooling at home and just turn it into the state. So now, here I am, feeling like I'm not really learning because I don't know the proper routine and the materials for that grade level. And it's my responsibility, but 15-year-old me I don't know what I'm doing. My mom, you know, she's doing the best she can, but she also has other responsibilities. So now, here I am. Again, I still have my damaged motor skills, but at 15, I did get my learner's permit. So I still managed to do that. That was one thing I did do. Then I turned 16, and I waited so late that I'm not allowed to get my driver's license because of the amount of time that I had my learner's permit wasn't considered long enough. And I will be right back. We're running out of time.